That's not our game today. Hi everyone. Once again, we're back for Monday Grab Bag, and today we are going to be playing Noitu Love 2 Devolution. Released in 2012, I believe. Let me double check that here. Yes, April 23rd, 2012 by Joachim Sandberg. Joachim had made previously... Joachim, aka Konjak, had made previously a bunch of generally freeware indie games that were released through his site. And Noitu Love 2 Devolution is the first of these games to end up on Steam as a premium game, a game that you pay for. And Noitu Love 2 is ultimately a melee combat brawler that seems to be definitely inspired by games by Treasure, so things like Dynamite Heady, and is a very gorgeous and bombastic beat-em-up about a world unstuck from time with a bunch of grinning robots taking over. As you might be able to tell from the name Noitu Love 2, this is in fact a sequel, though the game itself stands on its own completely without need for too much of the context of the first game. The first game being also a side-scrolling platformer, but had more of a Game Boy Advance kind of styling to it. Alrighty, so with this being a game made in 2012, there is a little bit of technical difficulties I'm going to have to work through here. So the game volume, when it starts, might be very loud. So this is your advance warning, but I'm going to adjust it the moment that I get the chance to, because the volume adjuster seems to not save, and it also seems to only appear the moment that sound starts playing. So, yeah, getting this set up for streaming specifically is a little bit of trouble, but it runs fine if you're just playing it casually, you know? Without further ado, let's get started. No sound yet. You'll hear it when it starts. Remnant hostile groups of the war were vanquished, and for 90 years, peace largely remained. Oh my god, okay, hang on. Okay, secondary thing that I need to account for. If the game isn't focused, then the sound doesn't start playing at all. Okay, so claim focus the game. In 2088, cities around the world decided to create organizations that would maintain the peace that had been established after the Orbital Wars. Remnant hostile groups of the war were vanquished, and for 90 years, peace largely remained. But then a madman, Darnicus Damnation, decided to disturb the tranquility with his army of grinning Darns. Attacked again, Citizens Game Board. He attempted to overthrow society multiple times, but each time the Peacekeeper's prodigy was there to stop his continuing assaults. That hero was Noitu Love. With the help of his co-worker Lori, he would always bring an end to every threat. Noitu gets award. Lucky. In 2188, after an attempt to turn all the world's people into monkeys using banned and dangerous technology called the Evomatics, Darnicus would finally meet his demise by the hands of Noitu. Using the Evomatics, Noitu could assume many forms, like an ape or a man with further developed mind. Darnicus gone? Man shrugs to make a point of his confusion. Though Darnicus' body was never found in the aftermath, he was never seen or heard from again. Hotbot got caught. Doppelori, a cyborg decoy made by Darnicus and Lori's image, was taken into custody and eventually turned off and put away. After that, peace returned, and nobody thought back on it. But many years later, in the world of 2288, history will repeat itself in more ways than one. How's volume sounding, everyone? Sounding fine. Good. Alright. I start the tutorial. Welcome to the Peacekeeper's Training Room. To start, you walk with left and right arrow keys, or A and D. W or up arrow. S or down arrow. You can still run while ducking. You can wall jump. So yes, this is a mouse-controlled brawler. Phrasing. Phrasing. To prevent myself from accidentally clicking out of the window, I'm gonna move this for a moment. Let's see. As I adjust some windows here. Okay. Looks like the stream still looks fine. Okay. Now I can click outside the window without ruining everything. Attack by clicking your left mouse button. See the pink boxes and you will be able to attack much quicker. You can rapid jump to enemies by clicking over toward them. Crosshair also changes. It is more comfort. You can just as well double tap WAD or the up, left, right arrow keys. You also have charged projectile. So as you can see, very unique combat system. Let's get right into it. Let's try out hard mode, see how it goes. I find that hard modes in games usually provide more interesting patterns. Zoda! Some sort of grinning horde of robots appears to be attacking the city. Report to base so we can determine the severity of this potential threat. I tend to prefer to use the special abilities as much as possible, because if you're just using the left click, you end up... Well, you need to click rapidly in order to punch, so you click a lot if you use only the primary ability. The main thing I really love about this game is how incredibly dedicated it is to unique set pieces. Something new is happening non-stop in this game. It's also quite fun just to try and maintain an air combo for as long as possible. Along with it being a generally good tactic for high scores. Oh. Mordecai Fluke. One more. How did it sink? Crap of all people. Wait a minute. Who the hell are you? Ah, I can't be bothered. I'm out of here. Hey, Zoda. Fantastic work as always. But victory is short. That was the cyborg Doppelori who just ran past you. She's been turned off for almost 100 years just after the last Darn army attack. Which is another problem. All these crazy robots are in fact Darns. But they, along with their creator, were vanquished by Noitu Love back then. But masses of them are appearing everywhere at alarming numbers. Mr. Ullman, sir. What is it, Dr. Tango? The entire South District has turned into a Victorian block or some such. That's just silly. I can assure you it has happened. Man, what's with this day? Alright, Zoda. We and the other green helmets will go. All of them? Well, this sounds like one hell of a serious matter. It's your decision, sir. Let's go, Zoda. Save and continue. Large parts of the city have turned to places of the past. It defies all logic. There is no sight of Darnicus damnation, the Darn creator. For this, we must assume Doppelori is somehow responsible for these events. We just don't know how. You know what I mean by non-stop cool set pieces? Ooh, flashing lights. Ow. Fibrous. This game is treasure as hell. Sure is. A nice little reminder of, hey, you have the ability to block. Make sure to use it. O2 Joy. Ah, got a game before I dodge it. Like that. Gotta react real quick for that. Level beat. Rating B. Conley says that O2 Joy is a boss from the first game. That was her. We had reports she was going around. We had reports she was around here, so it's good that we have you close by. But why was she attacking those Darns? Yeah, game extremely not afraid to create enemies that are appear exactly once. It adds a lot. The strategy might be just to hover, bounce on them like that. Yeah. Stay above everything. Ugh, where's the opening? That's the only one. That and projectile. Whoa. Oh, I can't destroy those, okay. Whoa. It's fun coming back to this game so many years later because I've forgotten so much. Don't care, I'm just gonna move. Rilo Doppelori. This is sketchy. Oh. Damn. Whew. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Better this time. So close. Conley, what do you mean, dang? The correct word is darn. There you go. This'll do it. Oh no. There won't be much left of the modern city if this goes on much longer. The weapon you carry is the Bolt battery. As you hold down attack, a beam is created toward the crosshair. When you connect a target, you will be aiming for the next... When you connect a target, you'll be aiming the next line from that target. Good luck. You can pause to remind yourself of the controls. But as you can see, we can't directly attack those enemies. Nuclear blimp. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, this game's pretty cool. Not too much of a fan of what they do with this enemy design here, but... Ah! Sleeper break, man. When it said stage start, I was like, oh no, am I really doing the entire level over again? Break the orb, I'll release the dudes. Cause me to connect. That one's upper corner. Alright, we got him. Fantastic. As for our next goal, it'll be... Level 5. Zoda? The base was attacked, but it was averted, luckily. Unfortunately, they managed to make it off with Mr. Almond. I'm sure the Darns will try and make us surrender because of this. But no need to lose hope. We've tracked him to an area some ways beyond here, so please hurry. We have to stop Doppelori. God, the music in this game is such a banger, too. Can't do standard attacks. You again. Yeah. So this stage actually has an alternate joke boss, but I think that the primary boss is more interesting, so I'll be following the main path. The choice between bosses is A, cool, or B, kinda funny. But I find that the cool boss is a lot more interesting. If you want to see the alternate boss, consider picking that game up yourself. In addition, there is actually 3 playable characters that can be unlocked, and I think a couple difficulties. So a fair bit of bonus features to be found. Yeah, if you go left there, that's how you access it. Hey, Unicids. We are currently playing Noitu Love 2 Devolution. The Greening 4. One down. Playing careful so I can figure out their patterns. Should be able to 2-cycle that guy. Okay, we can't waste time. Let's move on. Mr. Almond is around here somewhere. Looks really dangerous here, though. Are you sure about this? Well, I suppose we have to. think you just have to use ranged attacks on those guys. Oh, I think I get it. Yep, there we go. Ah. There we go. Okay. I believe this game was also released on the DS? 3DS? I'm not sure. One of those touchscreen portable consoles by Nintendo. Pretty good idea, honestly, considering the control scheme. Lends itself well to a stylus, I would imagine. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that is deeply unfortunate. Let's run it back. Let me mute the volume, that way it doesn't blast, because it's going to blast for me. Okay. Let's run it back, I guess. Hope that doesn't happen again. If the game crashes in that spot again, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, we're fine this time. Strange. 2888. Very cool gimmick for a boss fight. Missed out on Sleeper Breakman and missed out on the game crashing. Fantastic work, Zoda. Once again, you've saved the day and... Oh, where is this? Looks like some apocalyptic future. The rest of the city so far has turned to places of the past. I thought this was some sort of turning stuff to what it's been, not what will be. Perhaps it's Devolution making the city into places of her own creation. She's so maliciously paradoxical. You people. Ha-ha! The villain shows her face. You idiot. I can't control time. What's the matter with you? But these Darns don't even listen to me. But you were turned back on, and now Darns are running around town. I don't know who turned me back on, but I've come to think that I was set free to act as a diversion. Whoever you're looking for, it's not me. The base. Something big is going on over there. Let's get going, Zoda. I'll call for transport. What are all these towers? Lots of them seem to be appearing all over the entire world. How could all of these have possibly been built underneath the city? Darn forces have barricaded themselves in the dome of the Peacekeeper's HQ. I bet we can find the source of this up there. Let's do this. Punching a truck. East Dome. I love breathing the cold air. There wasn't much of that in 2288. In 2288, the world was overheated, and cities were adapting to the water. It didn't change much until 2388. 2388? Yeah, 2388, during the uprising of the New Dawn. There were no threats to humans anymore. They had nothing to resist with. Dr. Tango, what are you doing with that machine? The last Evomatic in existence. The last opportunity to retrieve one in history. The human evolution is not some toy. It's playing God. Oh, I don't worry about the human evolution. Don't mess around. What are you intending? Evolve yourself smart? I don't abide by your stupid little evolutionary rules. I am the literal carbon copy of an aging machine. Playing God? I can fuse with this machine and become a god. I'd just be playing with myself. How could you develop a way to travel through time, and locally? I didn't. What? This is the year 2888. It's not 2288. These magnificent towers you can see all over are our crowning achievement. They read previous states of matter and restore areas and people to what they once were. I mean, actual time travel is ridiculous. Bringing 2288 and all life that existed then was all for this machine here. My other half, who Zoda destroyed, created me to be viable for the Evomatic. I became an employee of the Darling Peacekeepers to track it down. When I found where it was, I let all hell loose to distract the Peacekeepers. It was the perfect year to find the last Evomatic and also avoid the legend, Noitu Love. Without him, who could stop me? So to wrap well. Admittedly, she survived every place I led her to, and saying Doppelori free didn't sidetrack her much. But she is not Noitu Love. Seems our conversation is over. I will show you perfect program fusion. Ah, dang it, I didn't expect that to appear twice. Rip. Alright, now that I actually know these patterns here. As Zoe asks why evil women are so hot. Good question. One of the eternal mysteries of the world. If I ate some damage, I could absolutely one-cycle this. Also, thank you, Automod, for trying to protect me from the phrase evil women. Oh, come on, that thing spawned on me. I really just don't know what to do for that pattern. Oh my god, I'm a goober, I just block it. You know, like I've been doing for that pattern. Unblockable, okay. Automod, I already allowed that once. Why did you block it again? Got her. So to summarize here, or that might be dialogue. The towers have all disappeared, as well as the cold winds. So this is 2888? Suppose it doesn't really matter to us at this point. I was given some interesting information just now. The cold industrial areas that appeared is where Darnicus hid his base. We didn't know where it was before, so when Dr. Tango talked about a new Darn, maybe some Darns remained? I mean, after Darnicus was defeated. They could have built up their strength in hiding since we couldn't find it. But then, who is Tango exactly? No matter. Whoever she was, she unknowingly saved us. She restored the world as it is. She restored the world as it is to us in order to get the Evo-matic, but you stopped her, and now we're left with peace and the location of the base. It's all good. Now, we should rest. We have a city to rebuild and samurais to calm down. We'll probably become like a tourist attraction with cowboys running around. Oh, a nice work, Zoda. Joachim Sandberg. Dustin Gunn. As Conley notes, Joachim Sandberg would continue on to make a game called Iconoclasts, his second release on Steam. An absolutely fantastic, what do you even call it? Linear Metroidvania? There's some exploration to do, but it is a story told that goes through a main line, but nonetheless you are revisiting old areas with new skills. It's got all the trappings and setups of a Metroidvania, but it's less open-ended than that description might make you think. And then, as with this game, incredible levels of fantastical set pieces inside Iconoclasts. Darn marksman, darn worse, darn nitwit. Darn scoundrel, darn scrap, darn preachy, darn bastard. Darn chikusho, darn kappa, darn dimwit, darn pakimono. Jellyfish, amoeba, darned eagle, darn prick. Darn falcon, darn hawk, darn denim, darn fly. Darn goomba, overrider, goat, guardian. Worker, warrior. Skycrawler, Mordecai Fluke. The Grim Reaper, Cyberus. O2 Joy, Poundalita. The Sea Serpent, Darn Fab. Rinsleep Gumsborough, Darn Reckless. Sleeper Breakman, Darn Deco, Sailor Man. Petunia, Watkins. Giuseppe, the Boy. Omega Darn, Janitor. Tango Source, the Truck. Antepenultimate Tango, Penultimate Tango. Ultimate Tango, Shady Hands, the Secret Boss. Waltz, Shadow Waltz, more elements of the Secret Boss. And you. The end. Rilo mode and records. Hardest difficulty. You can view your best rankings on each of the 3 difficulties, and you can see that Rilo has 5 stages. And then the 5th stage boss, which is normally Digital Tango or whatever it was, she has a different boss compared to that one. And then if you beat the game as Rilo, you unlock yet another new character. Which, you know, by process of elimination, pretty easy to guess. That's going to do it for today's stream, I believe. A little bit on the shorter side by about 10 minutes, but hey, the game lasted about a half hour, so it's a good stopping point. Noitu Devolution is available on Steam and cost $5. So if you want a nice bombastic action game like that, and you want to see what Rilo mode is like and what the alternate final character is like, then consider picking the game up for yourself. It's a very nifty one. And then, as mentioned before, Joachim released another game after that of a much, much grander scale called Iconoclasts, which is a game that stuck with me, and I've actually speed ran a couple times. Not sped run. That's not how you refer to that in past tense, Moo. But yeah, secret boss, 2 other characters, hardest difficulty. Pick the game up yourself if you want to see those. Unisage should be streaming at this point. So, gonna do the usual. Unicid's playing Lunicids. Raid. Y'all ready to raid on over to my VTubing partner in crime? Until next time, friends.